Imagine being so rich that you make Elon Musk look poor. Now multiply that by 10. That's John D. Rockefeller. In today's money, he was worth over $400 billion, the world's first billionaire. But here's the crazy part. He started with absolutely nothing. No rich parents, no inheritance, just a kid selling candy door to door. So how did a poor boy become richer than entire countries? The answer involves one black liquid, a monopoly so powerful it was illegal, and a strategy so clever people still use it today. This is his story. July 8, 1839, New York. John D. Rockefeller is born into a family that's basically broke. His dad? A con man who sells fake miracle cures. He'd disappear for months, come back with money, then vanish again. His mom raises 6 kids alone. They move constantly, always running from debt. But young John learns something important from this chaos. Money equals freedom, and he wants freedom more than anything. Age 7, he starts his first business, raising turkeys, selling candy, doing odd jobs. Every penny goes into a blue porcelain jar. By age 13, he lends $50 to a farmer. The farmer pays him back with interest, 7%. And John has an epiphany. Money can make more money while you sleep. Age 16, he gets his first real job, assistant bookkeeper. He's obsessed with numbers, balances every account perfectly, never makes mistakes. His boss notices, but when John asks for a raise from $3.50 to $4 per week, they say no. So John quits. Age 19, he starts his own business, commission merchant, buying and selling grain, meat, farm equipment, making $4,000 in the first year. Not bad for a teenager. But John isn't satisfied. Then, in 1859, something happens that changes everything. They discover oil in Pennsylvania. At first, people only use it for lamp fuel, but suddenly everyone wants it. John sees the chaos. Hundreds of small oil companies, no organization, prices swinging wildly. Most people see a mess. John sees opportunity. Age 24, John doesn't drill for oil, he refines it. Why? Because drilling is risky. You might find oil, you might find nothing. But refining, you buy the crude oil cheap, turn it into kerosene, sell it for more. Guaranteed profit. He names his company Standard Oil. And then he does something genius. John goes to the railroads. He makes a deal. I'll ship massive amounts of oil with you, but you give me a discount. The railroads agree. They want the guaranteed business. Suddenly, John can ship oil cheaper than anyone else. His competitors can't compete. They're paying double for shipping. One by one, they start going out of business. And John, he buys them out. Here's his strategy. It's brutal, but it works. Step 1. Undercut prices. Sell oil cheaper than competitors, even at a loss. Step 2. Wait for competitors to go broke. Step 3. Offer to buy their company for pennies. Step 4. If they refuse, make them suffer. Cut off their railroad access, spy on their operations, steal their customers. Step 5. They sell anyway. They have no choice. By 1870, John controls 10% of American oil refining. By 1880, 90%. People are furious. They call him a robber baron, a monopolist, a villain. Journalists write exposés. Cartoons show him as an octopus, tentacles squeezing the nation. John doesn't care. He thinks he's doing America a favor. Before him, oil prices were chaos. Now they're stable, predictable. He's brought order to madness. But the government doesn't see it that way. By 1890, they pass the Sherman Antitrust Act. Translation: monopolies are now illegal. Standard Oil is in the crosshairs. Investigations, lawsuits, testimonies. For years, John fights back, hires the best lawyers, uses every loophole. But the pressure builds. May 15, 1911, the Supreme Court makes their decision. Standard Oil must be broken up into 34 separate companies. John loses his monopoly. But here's the twist. All those new companies, he still owns shares in all of them. And guess what? They do better apart than together. His wealth doesn't shrink, it explodes. He becomes even richer. But something changes in John. Maybe it's guilt, maybe it's legacy, maybe he just wants to be remembered differently. Age 53, he starts giving his fortune away. He funds medical research, builds universities, creates foundations. His money helps cure yellow fever, hookworm, leads to penicillin. He gives away over $500 million. In 1900s money, that's insane. By the time he dies in 1937, age 97, he's given away nearly all of it. So what's the lesson here? John D. Rockefeller wasn't just rich, he understood something most people miss. 1. Controlled the systems, not just the products. He didn't pump oil, he controlled how it moved. 2. Think long-term. He took losses for years to build his empire. 3. Monopolies don't last, but if you play it right, you can win even when you lose. Today, his descendants are still wealthy, his foundations still operate, his companies still exist. Love him or hate him, he changed how business works, from a kid with nothing to the richest human in history. And it all started with one question: how can I make money while I sleep? If you found this story fascinating, hit that subscribe button. We dive deep into history's most interesting figures. Next time, we're covering the woman who beat Rockefeller at his own game. See you there.